Guarantee if you come to a center football game, you can look forward to a bunch of young men playing very hard, giving great effort, and playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. You know, we really just want to, teach the guys that it takes a team, man. Team effort for everything that we do.
This video message is for all of our Center School District students. I want to officially welcome you to our 2021-22 school year. For those new to our district, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Yolanda Cargile, Center School District Superintendent. I am excited to welcome you back, and I am honored to start this new school year with you. Our main goal as Center School District is to serve you, our students. I'm sure many of you thought, as I did, we would be able to start the school year without any COVID-19 restrictions. But here we are. I know it continues to be a trying time for many of us. We want you to know district leaders continue working and planning for a safe return for you. We're excited to begin the 2021 school year in person. One of our collective commitments is to know every student by name, strength, and need. We know last year may have been challenging, but we believe in you and are here to support you to ensure you are on track and on grade level. Just as we ended the year with many safety measures in place to keep everyone as safe as possible, we will continue the same this school year for as long as necessary. Please follow public guidelines and the health and safety measures we have put in place to protect you, our families, and community. We all play a part in stopping the spread of COVID-19. You have so many people cheering you on and advocating for your best interests. Don't forget, the adults in the district are here to help. Just please reach out when there is a need. In Center, we are in this together to ensure each student thrives in a future-focused learning environment as you build skills to become responsible citizens. At Center, we create champions. We know you can be a champion, Yellowjacket style. Once a Yellowjacket, always a Yellowjacket. Let's have a fantastic fantastic school year. Thank you.
Hello, Center School District family. My name is Andrea Boo, and I'm the 6th District at-large City Council person for Kansas City, Missouri. I just wanted to say good luck as you start the school year and head back to school. I know we are all tired of wearing masks and washing our hands. Well, washing your hands is a very good habit, and I know that your mothers and grandmothers and teachers have been telling you to wash your hands way before this pandemic, so keep that up. But seriously, as you begin this year, know that you have champions outside of the school building cheering you on. To the teachers, you are all our heroes. Over 30 years later, I remember Mrs. Russell, Mrs. Myrick, Mrs. Cogstall, and even Coach Powers. So today your students may forget their homework, but tomorrow they will remember your name. And especially to our seniors, I have one of my own. Don't let the weight of the last few years weigh you down. Let it be building blocks to lift you up. And I will leave you all with a phrase from President Barack Obama's farewell address, an address that actually propelled me into public service. Show up, dive in, persevere. Thank you for giving me a few minutes to share a few words, and good luck.
Welcome to each of you, the Center High School graduating class of 2021.
Yeah, this is really cool. We're right here in the backyard of our school district, and it's just really cool to see all the blue and yellow here and all the staff supporting them.
Absolutely phenomenal. We're going to make it a memorable one tonight.
This is what it's all about. It's a culmination of a career and education for many of our students. It's a proud moment for us as Yellowjackets.
I am extremely proud of the class of 2021. The Yellowjackets have survived a year like none other.
This whole year was it was a lot to take in, so it's really special that we're out here in Starlight and able to do this.
Our students have done a phenomenal job.
We have had kids on virtual, we've had them on hybrid, we've had them full in person, we've had to move back and forth between these two, and all along the way, the students have just been really flexible, and not only am I proud of them for graduating, but graduating under these circumstances deserves an extra round of applause for them.
To be center strong, that takes on a whole new meaning when you add the pandemic into it. This last year's probably felt like 2 years.
It was very difficult.
We all been through highs and lows, and it's been a pretty difficult year. But right now, this is our moment. And I know our parents and family members are proud.
This is a class like no other because of what we lost, but also because of what we gained.
I'm super proud of us. If they can get through this, they can get through, whatever else is coming.
I don't think I met anybody who fully gave up.
Our village is strong.
Our teachers really, really care about us. That's one of the best parts about Center.
Center is just a place where we get our stuff done and we're a good family.
It's a family, it's a big, huge family. I'm gonna miss it really much. Congratulations, class of 2021. Go Yellowjackets!
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's soccer extravaganza. Your Center Yellowjackets taking on the Oak Grove Panthers. The starting lineups are being called out to the field, shaking the hand of the referees at the center circle. It's a magnificent day for soccer. Beautiful temperatures. Slight breeze blowing from left to right. So after a week off for the Yellowjackets, of course it wasn't a week off, they just didn't have any games. Coach Matson has practiced and drilled them, and hoping to improve upon their last performance. It saw them defeated by the score of 1-3 against their arch rivals. course, that was coming off a 6-0 win the week before. So the Center Yellowjackets are 1-1, coached by Steve Mattson. Assisting Coach Mattson is JV Coach Geringer. Shout out to Coach Combe, who worked with many of these young men at the middle school. And now we prepare for the national anthem.
Thank you, and enjoy the match.
So as we prepare for the kickoff, the keys to the Center game tonight. On offense, it's to maintain possession, use space, circulate the ball. Don't get caught too far up the pitch. For defense, they want to keep their shape, their positions, have good discipline on defense, avoid penalties near the box, something that Coach Mattson always stresses. Don't give away those easy and dangerous free kicks from the top of the box. These are the things the team has been practicing this last week. Staying tight on the players, marking players, playing good defense. So my apologies. We don't have a lot of information about the Oak Grove Panthers. We're still waiting for a roster. Looks like Center will kick the ball off. David Argumendo plays the ball back to his center defender, who plays it back to the keeper. Nope, sorry, the sweeper. Playing it out to the left wing, and it's going to roll out for a Panther throw-in. Panther defender comes up, pushes the ball back into the center half of the field. Panthers circulating the ball up the right side of the pitch. Panther dribbling it through the middle. Runs into some stiff defense. Reese Damiano pushes him off the ball. Looks like the Panthers maintain possession. Try to work it back up the field. So Emilson now in the open. Played. He keeps it in bounds. He's going to dribble it to the top of the box. Takes a shot. Goal! Wow, in the second minute. Beautiful goal scored by Emilson Vasquez. They played it out to him on the wing. He beat one defender in the open space. Took it into the top of the box. Left-footed shot. And the center Yellowjackets won. The Oak Grove Panthers 0. Good beginning for the Yellowjackets. Wait for the referee. And now the Panthers will kick it back to their defender, who plays it out to the wing. Early goal has to make the Yellowjackets feel better about the beginning of this game. The Panthers try to work it up through the midfield, but it's quickly lost to the center midfield. Little good inter-fast change, and we have a right forward taking it down the wing, but he's not going to make it past the left back. It was deemed to have rolled off the center player last, so we have a goal kick coming up for the Oak Grove Panthers.
Well, now it's 37, but yeah.
Goalkeeper kicks it up. Almost makes it to midfield. Center's pushed its defense up, and we're going to play it back to Emilson Vasquez, who crosses it into the middle. The center right forward, there's a scuffle. A couple players fall down. The ball's kicked over the top of the bar. Good second chance for the center Yellowjackets. In goal tonight for the Panthers is Dayton Garrison. Takes the free kick, travels about 30 yards, and it's promptly turned over to center. Emilson driving it up the left side, shoots it across the face of the goal. Center player is motioning for the ball. Must have touched. Nope. Center player would argue that it touched the Panther last, but to no avail. We're going to have a goal kick from the Panther goalkeeper. Second of the night. Dayton Garrison. We're going quickly back the other way. Referee whistle on the field. Probably an offside. Number 9, the Panther doesn't know anything about that. And number 9 is Caden Riley. The ball back for a free kick. Must have been a penalty on the play. Free kick taken by number 18, Charles Beatty, midfielder, sophomore midfielder. This is a dangerous spot. This is the kind of free kick that Coach Mattson warns his players about. He's going to kick it with his left foot, plays it across the goal face, obviously trying to cross it. Unable to be collected by the midfielder, and it rolls out for a center goal kick. Brandon Keynes in goal. He's going to let his defender, Lasan Kamara, take it. Only travels about 30 yards, but that's okay. Goes to Emilson Vasquez, who loses the ball. Quickly thrown in by the Panthers. Trying to get something started here. But center competently passes the ball up the wing. A turnover. And it looks like it might have been a shot from the Panthers. Rolling out of bounds, Brandon Keynes sets it up for Lasan Kamara. Second free kick of the game for Lasan. See if he can do a little bit better. He does. Looks like about a 45-yard boot. Got both center and Panther midfields fighting for the ball. Rolls to the center defender who loses it. To another center defender, plays it through the middle. Mansour Balde playing it up, but mishandled by number 10. Got number 14 dribbling it through the middle of the field, plays it back to the Panther defense. Panther defense is pushed up near midfield, trying to put that pressure on the Yellowjackets. Getting a physical push here from the Panthers, number 9. And the Panther throw-in. Hassan Kamara plays it off his back directly to a Panther forward, tries to cross the ball, only to be met by a center defender and now played back up. Looks like the throw-in is going to be, or I'm sorry, the free kick. Reese Damiano, number 2, setting it up. Referee giving him some instructions. There's a timeout on the field. We're holding the clock. Looks like Lasan Kamara is preparing to take the free kick. Looks like we had a substitution here. Referee about to start the clock up. We have a pause on the field. Obviously something's happening off the screen. Referee blows his whistle. Hassan kicks it down the right sideline. Center forward. Dribble is on the outside using his speed. Tapped out by the Panther defender. Let's see, that was number 18 for the Yellowjackets, Sam Adkins. David trying to push the ball through the middle to one of his players. David chasing the ball. Looks like the Panthers are working it up the field. There's a dangerous pass. Brandon Keynes comes out, kicks it away. And as a bonus, it looks like center turns up with the ball. And we have a push on number 3, not seen by the referee. The center Yellowjackets keep matriculating it up the field, only to finally eventually have it roll out for a Dayton Garrison free kick. See if he can do a little bit better than the last time. He does. He gets it about 45 yards up the field. The Panthers are trying to work the wing, playing it back into the middle. And there's a hard tackle, and it will be called a foul. So the Panthers are going to take the free kick. About 40 yards out of the goal. Might be confusing to see the football markings on the field. Number 10 takes the kick, plays it to the middle. Oh, Brandon Keynes falls down. Did not touch the ball. And it looks like it's going to be a Panther goal. It was quite a kick. Probably traveled about 50 feet in the air. Brandon Keynes looked to have some problems with the sun on that particular play. He might have lost it in the sun. Either way, he did fall down. We're going to try it the other way around. Emilson Vasquez tries about a 50-yard kick. This one is collected. by the Panther goalkeeper and drop kicked into center territory. Kicked out by the Yellowjackets for a Panther throw-in. Now dribble it in through the box. Center defender plays it out. Ooh, a slow roller, almost mishandled by Lasan Kamara. But Brandon Keynes didn't have any problems with that one. It was on the ground, so no sun interfered. Played up to Milson Vasquez. Looks like he might have handled the ball accidentally. Well, the players are all moving back towards the center, the top of the box. We'll see what the call is here. Looks like a free kick. There might have been a penalty on that last play before it got played up to Emilson. That's what it looks like. Center set up its defense. Probably about 20 yards out. Brandon Keynes having to deal with the sun. Referee giving his last instructions. Looks like it's going to be taken by either number 1 or 18. Center set up its 4-man wall. Referee blows his whistle. Taken by number 18, curled in, beautiful left foot around the center wall. And the score is now Oak Grove 2, Center 1.
12th minute by number 18, Charles Beatty.
Talking about training ground practice. That was an amazing shot, curled around the wall by number 18, Charles Beatty. Charles is a midfielder, a sophomore. Pulls the Panthers up by a goal. Let's see how center responds. Playing it back through the midfield. Losing the ball to number 14. Tries to play it out to the wing. Center defense swarms and takes possession of the ball. Looks like Sam Adkins trying to run around the corner, and now left-footed boot. Milson Vasquez. He's had 1 goal already tonight. Looking for a second. Just rolled the outside of the far post. Dayton Garrison. About 50 yards upfield. Center playing it back in behind the Panther defense. Touches the ball, and there's a giveaway. And then a boot to put it out of bounds to safety for the Panther defense. Dangerous throw-in for the Yellowjackets. Thrown into number 14, Mansour Balde. Ball bounces off his leg, out of bounds. So we're about halfway through the first half. A lot of action tonight so far. Center midfield, heading it back up to their forwards. Looks like number 1, Tyler Hopkins, putting his body in the middle of that midfield. The ball bounced off him. Number 13 for center. Plays the ball all the way across field for his right midfielder, but loses the ball. Panthers now going to work near the top of the center box, matriculating it, circulating around the midfield, and we have a shot. And it rolls to the outside of the far post. Lasan Kamara. His standard is about a 40-50 yard kick. Let's see if he does it. And there we go. To his own midfield. Reese Damiano with the touch on the ball. It's lost again to the Panthers. Right-footed shot. Brandon Keynes dives to his left. Manages to get a hand on the ball. Saved by Brandon Keynes. Some pace on that ball. We're passing it back in through the midfield. Emilson Vasquez chasing the ball down, but it's played to the Panther who handles the ball. We're going to have a center free kick. Played to number 13 for the Yellowjackets, James Raper. Kicks the ball up to the Panthers, who control the ball at the midfield. Panther tries to kick it over his head to another one of his players. It's lost to center. David now plays it with the outside of his right foot. He tried to make contact with his forward, Emilson Vasquez. Played it just a little bit too far. And we have the Panthers keeper with a drop kick. It's getting up close to the midfield. Takes a bounce into center territory, where James Raper plays it up into the midfield to be collected by the Panthers once again. Mansour Balde managing to evade a couple Panther defenders, midfielders. It looks like he's going to get the throw in here. Mansour Balde, a midfielder, junior. It looks like the referee has indicated that we're throwing it the other direction, the Panthers. Played into number 7. Lofts the ball, hopeful ball. Ends up in center's possession, only to be turned over back to the Panthers. Working through the midfield. We're going to take a long-range shot here. Good idea, knowing that Mr. Keynes has had some problems with the first one. Not this time. Brandon manages to stop it with his feet, and now we have a ball rolled out for the Oak Grove Panthers throw-in. It's near the top of the box. Panthers are going to pass it back out to their defense. About 30 yards out of the goal. Plays it across the top of the box now, number 7. Mansour Balde fighting for the ball. David with the moves, pulls it around number 23. Tries to play it to his right forward, but loses it to the Panthers, dribbling it up the left wing. Intervened by a center defender. Bounces off the Panthers last, so it looks like it's going to be a center throw-in. Hassan Kamara looking, calling for his players. Going to throw it straight up the line. That's about a 15-yard throw. Emilson Vasquez with the ball. He's going to take on a defender. He's going to pass it into David. Bounces off David's heel. And it looks like the Panthers are going the other way. Well, not if Reese Damiano has anything to do with it. Makes a tackle on the Panther defender near the midfield. Looks like he might get a yellow card for that. Got a little bit too much of the man. Not enough of the ball. We might call that a professional foul. He did manage to stop the play from going the other direction. Of course, he's going to have to sit for a bit. He's going to have to try to avoid a second yellow card for the rest of the game. Right, we take the free kick, and we're coming down with the ball near the top of the box. The center defense loses it to the Panthers. We have a left-footed shot saved by Brandon Keynes, who spills, drops the ball. Lasan Kamara comes back, kicks it out, and it's going to roll out for a Panther throw-in. Panthers keeping the pressure up. Number 14 is going to take a shot. And it looks like a deflection high and to the outside. Hopefully Lasan Kamara can calm down his team with a big kick here. Manages to get it out to his right midfielder. That's David. Ball skills, dribbling past a couple players, making the pass up line, and we're going to play it outside. Emilson Vasquez Loses it on the foot of the defender, but he's going to get the throw in. I'm sorry, a corner kick here for center. Can't quite see who's going to take this kick, but center's setting its offense up. Looks like the Panthers are all getting their defenders ready. Goalkeeper barking directions. Free kick taken by Emilson Vasquez. Played in off the Panther defender. Center maintains possession. Looks like David dribbling across the top of the box. Takes a shot. It almost finds the left bottom corner, but a sprawling Oak Grove Panther keeper manages to collect it. Playing it to the midfield. Dribbling up the outside on the left. Priyash Joshi playing tough defense. Manages to get it to David, manages to get it to number 1, Tyler Hopkins, who tries to play it outdoors. Down the wing. Center circulating the ball. Back and forth. Emilson running. Just got a boot on it. Unfortunately for him, the keeper was blocking his path and the ball's path to the goal. Coming back the other direction, number 8 passing the ball to number 18. Oh. Oak Grove goal. Good work between the midfield and the forward for the Panthers. Passing it back and forth. Getting on the left foot of their forward, taking a shot. Hit the top of the post and bounced in.
Oak Grove goal scored in the 22nd minute by number 18, Charles Beatty.
Center waiting to restart this free kick. Oscar Sanchez, the forward, plays it back to David. Plays it to Mansour Balde. I'm sorry, Tyler Hopkins. That ball was won by Mansour Balde. Mansour chasing the ball down. He plays it to the outside to Emilson Vasquez. He's running down the field. He's nearing the top of the box. Going to keep the ball in. Fancy back heel. Crossing it to the middle. And it looks like it bounced out for a center corner kick. So I'm sorry, that's number 18 for center. Sam Adkins, the forward, with the fancy moves.
The match for the Yellowjackets, number 2, Reese Damiano.
So who's David going to play this to? Top of the box. And number 2 gets a head on it. Reese Damiano just over the top of the bar. Not a bad idea. Center trying to pull one back. Dayton Garrison with the free kick. Makes it out to near midfield. Bounces off that artificial turf. Midfielder just pounds it upfield. And it's turned quickly over to center. David pulling it back to Mansour Balde, passing it out to Reese Damiano, who tries to center the ball. So he was trying to reach Tyler Hopkins with that kick. Ball thrown to Tyler. Plays it off a Panther. He's going to take on a couple defenders by himself. Fighting for the ball, number 18. Sam Adkins. Panthers put the ball upfield, and it's going to roll past everyone. Brandon Keynes picks it up. Throws it to his center defender. Plays it out to the wing, and we're moving it back the other direction. Mansour Balde calling for a player in the midfield. Gets it up to number 7, Oscar Sanchez. Priyesh Joshi trying to intervene. Eventually loses the ball. Panthers trying to drive it upfield. Number 6, Ahmed Tarjalai playing defense. Center getting itself set up. Panther throws it to his midfield. Some tough center defense here. A little bit too tough, says the referee. Gonna call David with a push on that play. So we're into another dangerous free kick situation here. Panthers trying to figure out which play they're gonna call. Looks like they're gonna send more people into the box, and number 18 is gonna take the free kick. Number 18 is Charles Beatty. Left-footed boot. Looks like he went maybe for goal. He had a player. It did touch one of his players who fell over. Brandon Keynes was there, though. No worries for the Yellowjackets.
The match for center number 16, Troy Taylor.
Referee's going to ask that this be retaken. The ball probably hadn't stopped rolling yet. Kamar Lassan passes it out to James Raper. Plays it up to his defender, who quickly passes the ball into a Panther to bounce out over the end line. Center's going to take another free kick here. Lassan Kamar, make sure the ball is not rolling. And here we go. Gets it up to about the midfield. A host of Yellowjackets clogging things up outside of the field. Panthers trying to pull a jailbreak, only to lose the ball to center. David Argumendo playing the ball with the outside of his foot, trying to find his forward, Emilson. It's Balde with the throw-in. Emilson taking on one defender, losing it to a second. Almost caught that back heel. Take a shot. Number 7's going to take a shot. Oscar Sanchez couldn't quite get his body over the ball. Easily handled by the Panthers. But center retains possession here in the midfield. We're going to dribble it up the wing. Trying to beat the defender with his speed. Mansour Balde passing it out to number 10. He's going to take a left-footed shot. Goal! Number 10, David Argumendo. Pulling wing back for the Yellowjackets. Score is 3-2. Emilson Vasquez running the ball back out to the center circle. Trying to get this ball back in play as quickly as possible. Want to get his Yellowjackets back in the game before halftime. Beautiful shot by the Yellowjackets. They've had their opportunities. Number 2, Reese Damiano making things tough. Down the Panthers' right wing. Lassan Kamara steals the ball, passes out to Mansour Balde, passes out to Reese Damiano. Going to get it out to David, who plays the ball forward, hoping to find a center forward to be handled by the Panther defense. Now we're coming back the other direction. Again, Lassan Kamara interjecting himself. We have a turnover and an errant pass. Come the Panthers the other direction. Brandon Keynes handles the one hopper easily. Looking for a player. And he boots it to the midfield, almost to the center circle. Panthers working their way up the midfield, going to play it out to the right wing. Just out of number 14's range. Number 14 is Matthew Gorsline for the Panthers. All right. Well, we had a quick play up the left wing. Guess who? Milson Vasquez sets himself near the top of the box, calling for the ball. James Raper also there. Now he's having to run back on defense. Now he's got to cover a second ball handler. James Raper, good speed, good persistence. Managed to cover 2 players in 1 run. Now the Yellowjackets are going to bring it up the right wing. Reese Damiano dribbling it up line. He's going to pass it into the middle. Emilson Vasquez almost able to handle the ball. He's going to try to steal it back. Rolls over the end line. See, yep, the referee caught that. So center's going to have a dangerous throw in here. About 30 yards out. Number 2 throws it in. My guess would be to Emilson Vasquez. A tricky backheel attempt by Oscar Sanchez. Didn't quite work that time. They throw it into Mr. Balday. Plays it in. Reese Damiano with a left foot. Didn't quite get his body over the ball. And it rolls to the goalkeeper. Picks it up. He's going to kick it to the center. Hassan Kamara quickly plays the ball up the field, playing the ball to James Raper on the wing. Raper then dribbles the ball back into the middle of the field, only to pass it to a Panther. Number 7 Panther stood up by Mansour Balday. We're going to have a center throw-in. Mansour Balday to Reese Damiano. To David, who's kind of come back and played a little bit more in the center of the midfield. Helping the center defense clog things up a bit. Make it hard for the Panthers to dribble through the middle. Brandon Keene's off his line. Had to be quick. Panthers had something going the other way. We're up near the midfield. Left-footed kick up the line. We're going to play it to Emilson Vasquez. An unlucky bounce off the turf and off the Panther player. And it looks like center's going to have a throw-in. Number 7, Oscar Sanchez calling for the ball. Quickly played in. Emilson. Now it looks like David was trying to get himself in position to shoot. David is not afraid to be aggressive with that ball. We're dribbling up the right wing. Looks like it's played off a Panthers player, and it's going to be a center corner kick to be taken by David. Let's see who can end up on the other end of this one. Center with about 7 minutes left in the half. Trying to pull level. 3-3 would be the goal. David's going to kick it into the middle. Oh, to an awaiting Emilson, who takes a left-footed shot off a Panther defender. For a center throw-in, James Raper throws it back to Lasan. Tries to circulate the ball to the right side of the field. Going to play it up the right line, but a little bit too aggressive. Went too far here. Center has to set its defense up quickly. The Panther throw it in. It looks like some hard defense, but the referee's going to call a foul on the play. David Argumenda would probably argue with that one. He tries to hit the ball with his back. The ball's played up to a Panther, and it rolls out of bounds. Hassan Kamara. Looking upfield. Surveying his options. It's about a 55-yard kick out of that one. Panthers managed to keep it in. Nope. Gonna have a center throw in. Emilson Vasquez throwing the ball into Mansour Balde. Playing it back to Emilson, played out by a Panther. Looks like a center throw in. Center still has about 5 minutes left in the half. Gonna throw it back to Hassan Kamara. He's got a big arm. He's fully capable of throwing it 30 yards. It's going to go a little bit shorter this time. Eventually it finds itself in Emilson's coveted left foot. He plays it into the box. Number 1's going to take a shot, a little off balance. Rolls to the outside. Center kicking it. It looks like it might have touched a Panther player and rolled out of bounds. So once again, here's another corner kick for the center Yellowjackets. Got James Raper, the defender, all the way up at the top of the box. Maybe the ball can fall to his feet. Hit a Panther player to roll out. Looks like another center corner kick. Play it short. Center backheeled across the top of the box. Emilson Vasquez can't quite get it in position to shoot. He takes a right-footed shot. Hits a Panther player, bounces back out to a center midfielder. Looks like Mansour Balde. Passes it back in to Emilson. Oh, he's just trying to get that left foot of a cannon set up. We have some aggressive defense. That play's going to stand. Number 1, Tyler Hopkins hopping in between there. Play it up to Reese Damiano. Rolls off Reese's head and out of bounds. Goal kick to be taken. The Oak Grove Panthers. Dayton Garrison, goalkeeper. Center's coming back the other direction. James Raper working his way up the left wing. We're going to try to do some team passing here, but ends up at the foot of a Panther. Hassan Kamara comes out. Pretty hard challenge on the Panther player. Tries to help him up. That's number 9 for the Panthers, who was fouled. Caden Riley, Panthers forward. Caden is a senior. Number 9, he's setting himself up at the top of the box for this free kick. Maybe he'll get on the end of it. Number 18 takes another shot. Looks like Brandon Keynes had some trouble judging it with the sunlight, but he did manage to get a foot on it, keeping it from the lower right-hand corner, protecting his near post. Good save by Brandon Keynes. We're going to do another Panther corner kick. Plays it in with the left foot. Bounced off Hassan Kamara's chest. And we're playing it back up the other way. Emilson Vasquez going to take on a defender. Plays it around the defender as if he wasn't even there. And he attempts to cross it to number 7, who's dribbling at the top of the box. A shot and a save. Right-footed shot by number 7 of the Yellowjackets, Oscar Sanchez. That was a good attempt. Had it not been for the intervention of the goalkeeper, that surely would have gone in to level the score with 1 minute left. So exciting first half. Exciting first half. 5 goals being scored. And really right now it's anyone's game. Both teams are playing their game. Both teams looking dangerous. And obviously both teams have some goal scorers and keepers. So Mansour Balde standing up for the midfield. Forwards and the goalkeepers aren't the only players on the field. All right, number 18, left-footed shot, takes a tricky bounce. Brandon Keynes grabs it in his arms and drop kicks it. We've got about 58 seconds left. We'll see what the Yellowjackets can do. We're going to play it up the right line. A couple Yellowjackets are going to chase it. But there's your keeper. Dayton Garrison kicking it. Only to be lost to center. Almost to the midfield. Yellowjackets are going to keep it down here in the Panther half with about 32 seconds left. Panther throw in. Off the top of a Panther head. And now the Panthers are coming down the other direction. Panther forward dribbles past the center defender. He's going to cross it. James Raper kicks it away. Lasan Kamara keeping the pressure up. The Panthers just can't turn with that ball. Up, another Panther shot off the inside post and bounces across the face of the goal. Wow, dangerous attempt there. With about 10 seconds left, the Panthers almost score a fourth goal. But the keeper's best friend doing the work for Brandon Keynes. There can't be much time left on the clock. Yellowjackets playing it up near the midfield. Panthers just booting it away to number 2, Reese Damiano, playing it to the outside. Got 7 seconds left.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Looks like the Panthers just going to kick it out. And it is halftime. Your Center Yellowjackets 2, Oak Grove Panthers 3.
I think I'm dreaming right now. I never knew this was gonna be my new school.
It's amazing. When we got to bring the students over and tour the building, they were so elated, so excited.
This is amazing. Look how big it is. I didn't even know what to say. The building gets so big and we have a lot of space around here. We get to have fun with our friends. Whoa, it looks like a whole museum. This is so cool.
There's TVs, like there's one over there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 TVs in this room.
I think it's awesome and it's really big and there's so many classrooms and I just love the whole school.
I think it's awesome. It had more space than the old school. If the teachers don't have something and the other classroom do, you can just open the doors and ask for it.
My heart is just full because they demonstrated such gratitude in how they were taking everything in. This is for us. Yes, this is for you. When we were going through the design process, we wanted it to be more collaborative, more open. We've outgrown, our current space. The particular setup has a purpose for instruction and the learning experience.
Why is this place so cool?
3rd and 4th and 5th are upstairs and next year I'm going to be in 3rd. And there's lockers and an outdoor classroom.
There's a dryer! When you look up top, it looks like a beehive.
The blue design is beautiful.
We are gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna learn a lot.
It's just exciting. Our students are gonna do great work here from years to come.
Thank you, Center Community,
for giving us this beautiful space.
We love our new building.
We can't wait to learn here.
Indian Creek Bulldogs forever!
Welcome to each of you
the Center High School graduating class of 2021.
Yeah, this is really cool. We're right here in the backyard of our school district, and it's just really cool to see all the blue and yellow here and all the staff supporting them.
Absolutely phenomenal. We're going to make it a memorable one tonight.
This is what it's all about. It's a culmination of a career and education for many of our students. It's a proud moment for us as Yellowjackets.
I am extremely proud of the class of 2021. The Yellowjackets have survived a year like none other.
This whole year was it was a lot to take in, so it's really special that we're out here in Starlight and able to do this.
Our students have done a phenomenal job.
We have had kids on virtual, we've had them on hybrid, we've had them full in person, we've had to move back and forth between these two, and all along the way, the students have just been really flexible, and not only am I proud of them for graduating, but graduating under these circumstances deserves an extra round of applause for them.
To be center strong, that takes on a whole new meaning when you add the pandemic into it. This last year's probably felt like 2 years.
It was very difficult.
We all been through highs and lows, and it's been a pretty difficult year. But right now, this is our moment. And I know our parents and family members are proud.
This is a class like no other because of what we lost, but also because of what we gained.
I'm super proud of us. If they can get through this, they can get through, whatever else is coming.
I don't think I met anybody who fully gave up.
Our village is strong.
Our teachers really, really care about us. That's one of the best parts about Center.
Center is just a place where we get our stuff done and we're a good family.
It's a family, it's a big, huge family. I'm gonna miss it really much. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Go Yellowjackets!
This video message is for all of our Center School District students. I want to officially welcome you to our 2021-22 school year. For those new to our district, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Yolanda Cargile, Center School District Superintendent. I am excited to welcome you back, and I am honored to start this new school year with you. Our main goal as Center School District is to serve you, our students. I'm sure many of you thought, as I did, we would be able to start the school year without any COVID-19 restrictions. But here we are. I know it continues to be a trying time for many of us. We want you to know district leaders continue working and planning for a safe return for you. We're excited to begin the 2021 school year in person. One of our collective commitments is to know every student by name, strength, and need. We know last year may have been challenging, but we believe in you and are here to support you to ensure you are on track and on grade level. Just as we ended the year with many safety measures in place to keep everyone as safe as possible, we will continue the same this school year for as long as necessary. Please follow public guidelines and the health and safety measures we have put in place to protect you, our families, and community. We all play a part in stopping the spread of COVID-19. You have so many people cheering you on and advocating for your best interests. Don't forget, the adults in the district are here to help. Just please reach out when there is a need. In Center, we are in this together to ensure each student thrives in a future-focused learning environment as you build skills to become responsible citizens. At Center, we create champions. We know you can be a champion, Yellowjacket style. Once a Yellowjacket, always a Yellowjacket. Let's have a fantastic school year. Thank you.
Hello, Center School District family. My name is Andrea Boo, and I'm the 6th District at-large City Council person for Kansas City, Missouri. I just wanted to say good luck as you start the school year and head back to school. I know we are all tired of wearing masks and washing our hands. Well, Washing your hands is a very good habit, and I know that your mothers and grandmothers and teachers have been telling you to wash your hands way before this pandemic, so keep that up. But seriously, as you begin this year, know that you have champions outside of the school building cheering you on. To the teachers, you are all our heroes. Over 30 years later, I remember Mrs. Russell, Mrs. Myrick, Mrs. Cogstall, and even Coach Powers. So today your students may forget their homework, but tomorrow they will remember your name. And especially to our seniors, I have one of my own. Don't let the weight of the last few years weigh you down. Let it be building blocks to lift you up. And I will leave you all with a phrase from President Barack Obama's farewell address, an address that actually propelled me into public service. Show up, dive in, persevere. Thank you for giving me a few minutes to share a few words, and good luck.
And welcome back. Exciting halftime speeches by both coaches. Really close game. It is anyone's game. Yellowjackets 2, the Oak Grove Panthers 3. And I'm joined in the booth by sophomore Connor Holzman. Welcome, Connor. Sorry about that, Grant.
Hello there.
So, excellent thing about Grant is he's actually played with at least half the team.
Yep.
We'll talk more about that here in a quick second. Center defender losing the ball to the Panthers, dribbling it through the box. Looks like James Raper. Wow, some tough defending there. And we're going to kick it going the other direction. Brandon Keynes. Eventually to fall to the feet of the Panther, who can't manage to keep it in. Center throw in. Is that maybe a bad throw in? Looks like it. Panthers then promptly throw the ball dribble it into the top of the box. Got a midfielder chasing the ball down, trying to keep it in. He's going to play it back to the center. Number 11, can't quite get the pass off. Center coming back the other direction. And let's see. So as we watch the second half. Beautiful shot by number 7, Oscar Sanchez. Unfortunately, there was a defender pretty much right there blocking his shot. Bringing it back the other direction. This second half looks pretty much as active as the first. So, Grant, you've played with a number of these players. Tell us a little bit about when and where.
So I've played with many of them on the Center Middle School soccer team. And so I know most of the guys from there. And then I also played in a summer rec league with most of them to get them ready for their season.
Yeah, I've been calling a lot of their names frequently, and I know Reese Damiano was one of the players that you played with.
Yeah, I did. In middle school, I played with Reese. He was pretty good at soccer. He's definitely a good offensive player and scores a decent amount of goals during the games. Definitely a good opponent for Oak Grove.
Yeah, and as you say that, I see Reese jogging back through the midfield. He was up there waiting for the ball. Lasan Kamara, we call his name a lot. Very solid center back. Has he always played defense as far as you know?
He has. He was actually known on our rec league for having a really good boot. on his foot. He kicked very long across the field.
Yeah, I notice he has really good vision, too.
He does.
Having him sit back there in the middle, he intercepts a lot of balls.
He's very good at seeing the balls come from the sunlight and actually getting to the ball.
A lot of speed. I know if I were a forward or midfielder and I saw him charging at me, I think I'd probably pass it.
Yes, he is a very big man, yes.
And we're moving it the other direction. Play settled a bit. The Panther kicker didn't quite get a foot on that one. Brandon Keynes easily picked it up. So number 7 sliding to try to keep the ball in, Oscar Sanchez. So I know you were saying earlier you played with another defender here, James Raper.
I did. I played with him my 7th grade season. He was a starting defender on our line, and he was very good. Especially he got tons of playing time during middle school. Definitely a very prominent player on this team, and I can see in his future being very prominent, and right now on the Center High School team.
Yeah. He's got a lot of speed. I've seen him cover 2 or 3 players. Good legs, long legs that seem to stretch out and take the ball unexpectedly off people's feet or block their shot.
Indeed he does.
So Grant, could you tell us a little bit about Coach Combe and the middle school program?
The middle school program has, fun fact, never won a game of soccer.
Really?
We had a team set up my 8th grade year to try to stop that. However, it got canceled due to COVID. So Coach Combe is a very solid coach, though. Many of the kids that are starting to play there, they've never played soccer before. So coming in, he's training them. So everybody that's gone through this program has had some sort of influence by Combe, unless they've transferred here from another school.
Excellent. Yeah, he really does a good job of teaching the basics. He gets the players' soccer legs under them and turns them the other direction. Probably passes along his passion for the sport as well.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
I know Mattson, too, starts them young in 6th grade. He starts trying to recruit people for the high school soccer team, getting them to play in middle school, and really tries to build this program up really good, which is why he's an amazing coach.
Excellent, excellent. And speaking of that, something I should have mentioned a few weeks back, there are some parents that help keep the program going forward as well.
Yes, there is. Nico Giangrosso's dad, I know, coaches their summer workouts and their summer practices. I'm not sure of any others besides that, but I know he is a big prominent part in helping train the freshmen through sophomores, their JV team coming up from summer workouts.
Excellent. And we have a shot here by the Panthers over the top of the bar. You know, I have a feeling with the sun down and with Brandon Keynes on the other end of things, with the sun behind him, he's not going to have any more problems with the sun getting in his eyes.
He's a very prominent player on this team. I don't believe he will have any problems blocking all of the Panthers' shots.
Well, that'd be good, keeping it at 3, kind of stem the tide.
Yes, it would.
Come back the other way. Speaking of coming back the other way, it looks like Emilson Vasquez almost was able to catch up to that. Keeper throwing it into the midfield. Panthers playing it up the right wing. Looks like we have a foul on the play. The center free kick. This is a dangerous spot. David over the top of the ball. Am I right? I'm looking for the numbers here.
I believe that is David.
You know, Grant, I was going to say, you're not wearing glasses, but since you know these players and played with them, you could probably, well, being younger, you could probably see their numbers better than me anyway.
Yes.
So David, let's see. You know, he's ripped a shot from there before, but he plays it up to Mielsen, who tries to dribble it around the defender, and he's going to take on the defender, breaks his ankles, can't beat the second defender or the third. They batted away back up to the center midfield. Center midfield has pushed up, or I'm sorry, their defense has pushed up to the midfield. We have another turnover, and the Panthers played on the outside of the right boot. That was a beautiful kick, intended for number 8, but Lasan Kamara doing an excellent job of intercepting that ball and playing it up the other way. Looks like number 18 for center, Sam Eckets, playing with the ball, losing it to a defender. It was good playing with the ball. He was trying to work it around.
Yeah,
use those ball skills.
Definitely has good footwork. I've been playing with Sam since he was about 5 years old. Very good, very dedicated.
And does he have a pretty good shot?
He does. He does. He will be a very prominent player for center coming up, especially yet being a sophomore.
Yeah. He's doing well for a sophomore. Scored a goal his first game of the season. Son Kamara with a throw-in. Yeet. Here comes the real throw. Good 30, 40-yard throw and a bounce and a roll. The Panther defender just decides to play it out. He doesn't want any part of the center offense taking it past him. Going to play that ball out. Reese Damiano kicking, and it rolls out for a Panther throw-in. Number 11 to take the throw-in. That'll be Jake Wood, defender junior defender. San Kamara playing up in the midfield. Decides to get a hold of the ball and play it to his forwards. Didn't work this time. He's going to keep trying. Center works it down the wing, then loses it. James Raper pursuing this offensive player, and Lasan Kamara decides to just play it out for a Panther throw-in. Thrown into number 18, the goal scorer for the Panthers. Looks like he's going to have another throw-in. Going to try to pass it back and forth, but not on James Raper's watch. So they're trying to set up the ball at the top of the box. Going to try a weak kick, easily handled by Brandon Keynes. Were you able to watch much of the first half?
Yes. From the studio, I was watching quite a bit of it.
Any thoughts?
I believe that the center defense has been pretty solid this game. I believe that the sun being inside of Brennan's eyes did have an effect on the goals scored by Oak Grove. However, I do think that Oak Grove has a pretty big part on their offensive, especially with their practicing.
Excellent points. And while we were thinking about that, we had Emilson Kamara dribble the ball past a couple defenders, taking a left-footed shot, rolled across the face of the goal. We're looking to see what happens here, see if there was a Panther player that touched that. Well, no, it just rolled out on the opposite side, so we're going to have a Panther throw-in. This is a dangerous throw-in. Even though it's a Panther possession, center could easily turn it the other direction. Let's see what happens. So I like your comment about the defense. The center defense has been playing well. Pretty solid. They're a little bit unfortunate to be down by a goal.
Yes, they are. The center offense needs to step up a little bit. However, I do believe they have the confidence to do it and the skills to do it. It's just a matter of when they will do it.
Agreed. Another observation based on your observation. The last game center played against the Grandview Bulldogs, there was quite a gap between the defense and the offense. And sometimes you want to keep away from those big gaps because it's territory that the other team can work in. So center's done a really good job of keeping the defense and the midfield and the forwards in their proper spacing.
I think that was something that Mattson really focused on this week in practice.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to him after the last game, and he was not happy.
No, he was not.
In the match, the Yellowjackets, number 1, Tyler Hopkins.
Well, it's good to see that they've turned things around for this game, because Oak Grove is not an easy team.
No, they're not. They have came and they have put out, but I think that if Center tries their hardest, that we do still have a chance at winning this game. But Oak Grove's coming in pretty strong.
Tough team. And here's our goal scorer for the Panthers, dribbling the ball through the midfield. He tries to cross it up for another forward. Number 18, Charles Beatty. I'm looking up here. I would guess that he's probably a senior. Wow, look at that. He's a midfielder, classified as a midfielder. He's only a sophomore.
I could see him as being a very big part of their team coming up in future years.
Mansour Balde playing the ball forward. This is very similar to what Center tried to do last game. Kind of taking route 1, passing it over the midfield from the defense and trying to get it onto the boot of a forward. I think they feel like they would have some success doing that with their 3 forwards, Sam Atkins, Emilson Vasquez, and David Argumendo.
I do believe that they have the ability to make that lineup good. All of those players are very solid, very strong, have been playing for a long time. And I think if they get the ball up there, that strategy will work.
It looks like we're going to play the ball. The center midfielder slips, but recovers to come back and play defense. Mansour Balde getting past. We're going to take another left-footed shot here. Not much power on it. Brandon Keynes grabs it. He's going to put about a 50-yard boot. 55 yards. Emilson Vasquez that bounces off the turf. Emilson's off to the races. He's going to take his left-footed shot. No chance for the keeper. Goal! Emilson Vasquez. You know, Steve Parker has been doing that goal thing for a while. A little bit jealous. I was wanting to set some kind of record.
For how long you can hold the goal.
Grant, I'm sorry about that. You had to bear the brunt of that. I used to be a swimmer, so I've got fairly good lungs. Emilson Vasquez. You knew the second that ball bounced off the turf, he had a chance at it, and he chased it down. You always knew he was going to take his left-footed shot. The keeper, he did everything he could. He cut the angle on it, but
that top corner shot is hard to block.
Hard to block. So I bet people in the studio had to turn Mr. Hanch down on that particular call. But hey, I think we broke the oh, there it is. I thought we broke the graphics for a second. We had to recover 3-3.
That'd definitely be a record. There's a player down.
Yep, he's going to hop off the field. Who do you have on that? Can you see from here?
I believe that was 34, but I don't know if that is a number. 14, that was Mansour.
Mansour Balde. Well, a few weeks ago we were talking about the fact that turf does bounce different than grass. Now, when you were playing, Grant, you played primarily on grass and not so much on turf. But
I did.
Yeah.
I learned how to play on grass, and switching over to turf was a big, I want to say, like, gap in between there. Especially playing middle school, we only practiced on grass, and going to other teams that would have turf fields was very difficult.
Understood. Now, for some rec leagues, they play primarily indoor through the winter.
Yeah, we played on turf outside, which did help many of the players, I believe, on this current team switch over to turf, especially with Center getting a grass field in the recent years, or a turf field in the recent years.
Yeah. I know one of the reasons Matson likes it. Beautiful pullback by number 2. Reese Damiano eventually lost it. One of the reasons Coach Matson appreciates this turf is that center has an overabundance of speed. We're going to play it out to the wing again. Emilson Vasquez runs onto that ball. He's going to keep it in bounds. Let's see if he can dribble it past a couple players. He's going to pass it this time. Beautiful curling pass, almost finding the feet of Reese Damiano. And we're quickly coming back the other way, but Lasan Kamara, plenty enough speed to get to that ball and play it out smartly so. Wait for defensive reinforcements to help. Center now marking up. We see James Raper in the screen. And again, another long shot from the Oak Grove Panthers. Brandon Keynes kicks the ball up, falls to the feet of Emilson, who's going to dribble through the middle of the field, passing it with the outside of the foot, pass to number 10, beautifully collected. He's trying to beat the keeper from a tough angle. He takes a shot. The Panther defender looks to have tugged his jersey slightly, but not enough to get a call from the referee. And now the Panthers are coming back the other way. Center with 4 defenders. We have now it is turning into a 4-on-4. Trying to find their positions. The Panthers play it back into the midfield. And at the top of the box, we have a shot by number 9, who's claiming a center handball. Referee jogging into the play. Looks like he's going to make a decision just outside the box. So again, we have a dangerous free kick here by number 18, Charles Beatty. If I'm not mistaken, he might have been the player that kicked the ball around the wall in the first half with a beautiful left foot.
I believe he was.
So we'll see if the center wall can set itself up better. He's going to go different. This time he went over the top of the wall, over Brandon Keynes and into the back of the goal. Oak Grove 4, center 3. Wow, for a sophomore, he's got some skill.
I definitely see some potential coming up in him.
He scored from the run of play. He's scored from 2 free kicks, one around the wall, one over the top of the wall. I think this goes back to what Coach Matson preaches. Don't give away free kicks in dangerous spots, especially against a player like the Panthers' Charles Beatty.
You can definitely see he wasn't affected by the pressure of the kick. Stood very strong.
Very calm on the ball. Number 11's going to play it into the middle. And center number 16, I'm sorry. Troy Taylor. James Raper tackling the ball away. Passes up to Reese Damiano. Looks like there might have been a whistle called. Whistle blown. Center free kick. Lasan Kamara boots it to one of his favorite targets, Emilson Vasquez, dribbling the ball through the middle. Can't beat number 23, but turns it over. And collected by the Grove Panther keeper. Play it out to the wing. Lost by Emilson. We're near the midfield. The Panthers have to make it past Reese Damiano. They're going to play it out to the wing. Kicking the ball past James Raper. But Lasan Kamara easily runs onto the ball. He's going to decide to let it roll. Last touch by a Panther player. Shielding the ball. It's a great skill to have. He's got a lot of soccer intelligence, soccer IQ. He could tell that ball was going to roll out. Just a matter of keeping the Panthers player off the ball.
Definitely, and he knew strategically that this kick would be the better choice than to try to take that defender off of it coming in on their offense. Ooh, that was a kick right to the head.
Looks like the Panther player had some problems getting up. Again, we have Emilson dribbling through 2 or 3 players. A crowd is gathered every time he has the ball at his feet. He's been doing a good job of passing it off to his fellow players as well. Looks like he has to catch his breath. Put a lot of work into this. Okay, the Panthers number 3 throwing the ball in. It's Colton Daniel, senior midfielder. So Grant, do you miss playing soccer?
I played it for about 8 years, and then I transferred to playing football for center, and I don't really miss it that much. I miss my friends from the soccer team.
Yeah.
But besides that, after you play a sport for a certain amount of time, it can start to get old. So switching to football was a good decision, in my opinion, for me.
Excellent. And what position do you play?
I played tight end and linebacker.
Excellent, excellent. A lot of teams have been having issues with COVID. I know the soccer team was supposed to play in a tournament last week. There were some scheduling snafus. I know that the football team had to pivot last week and play a different opponent. So it's a challenging landscape.
We are actually right now due to COVID. Half of our team has to quarantine due to being unvaccinated.
Take a hard-footed left shot. Brandon Keynes, with the initial stop, loses the ball, rolls past him, and he takes it off the boot of the Panthers player, number 8. Great reaction skills for Brandon Keynes. It looks like there's still some danger here. Panther player trying to take another long shot. Dribbles it past the center defender, passes it off. But a host of Yellowjackets, a hive, so to speak. A hive being led by Reese Damiano, number 2. So has Reese always been a midfielder defender?
He actually was a forward whenever I was playing.
Okay. He's hard-nosed. It's hard to get the ball past him.
Yes, he is. He will do whatever it takes to keep that ball away from you and to get it from going into the goal. He'll stop it at whatever he possibly can do.
So the score is 4-3. Center down by a goal. San Kamar kicking it upfield. Traveled about 50 yards or so. And it's now in the Panther half of the field. Center's charging forward to keep it there. Nielsen Vasquez with a right foot plays it out for a Panther throw-in. Looks like David is back in the game through the midfield. Athletic leap, playing it over to Reese Damiano. San Kamara trying to chip it over the top of an offensive player. It does manage to fall to Mansour Balde eventually. Passes the ball up the midfield. And David, with arms outstretched, takes on the Panther midfielder and gets called for the foul. Now, had you ever played with David before?
I have played with David. Very good. Doesn't understand much English, but besides that, definitely a big player, crucial part of the team. I don't think he's been off the field yet today.
That's right. I appreciate your comment about the language. You know, he does speak the language of soccer. He is adept.
Yes, he is.
I like his aggressiveness. He's not afraid to get involved in any play. And he's not afraid to take a shot. He's scored a couple off, well, one off a free kick from the first game. And it looks like center's going to have to throw in near midfield. Now, has David always played a forward midfielder?
He has, actually. Mostly forward, though, whenever I played with him.
He's working hard here in the midfield. Manages to steal the ball and then pass it off to number 7, who plays it up to Emilson. Foiled by a conglomeration of Panther defenders. But I do notice David does like to come back in the midfield, support the midfield, and also to gather the ball. Here's a ball played out to Emilson.
He does. David is a very all-around player. You can tell him where to go or how to go somewhere, and he'll just go do it.
And you know, it looks like he's never out of shape. He's always running, always moving, always looking for the ball. And now, looks like we're going to stop the clock. Emilson Vasquez is on the ground. He's clutching what looks to be his right leg. Hopefully this is nothing serious. You know, I was talking with Coach Matson a few weeks back, and he said that Emilson had won an all-state award his freshman year. I believe he scored somewhere in the neighborhood of 35 goals. And one of the difficult things for the Yellowjackets last year was missing his services through an injury. So, knock on wood. Hopefully this is nothing serious. Looks like the Yellowjackets are going to take a break, maybe some extra coaching, some water, recollect themselves. Yeah, Emilson's been busy on that right wing.
Yeah, he very big part of the offense. Definitely would be a big game changer if he came out of this game. I don't know why he spit that water out, but
all right, the players are clapping as Emilson walks off the field. Hopefully he's able to stretch that out. Maybe it's a tight quad, hamstring. He's managed to make it off the field. Walking around the end of the backside of the goal, talking with the trainer and Coach Matson. Trying to notice whether his gait is improving. Sometimes it loosens up a bit on the walk back to the bench. So it looks like center's going to have a throw in here. Ball's gotten thrown in by Mansour Balde to David, who plays it across the face, top of the box. Here goes David, working the ball to the outside, passes out to Reese Damiano, dribbles it and loses it. So now we're coming back the other direction as center scrambles to get its defenders back. Played into the middle, kicked out to James Raper, boots it upfield to David, who's probably a little bit larger target now that Emilson's off the field. Played the ball in, hoping to find David. Center ball played in, good ball to the left, left-footed shot. Who was that? That was
Sam Atkins.
Sam Atkins. Beautiful shot by Sam. Just to the outside of the post. Panthers keeper Dayton Garrison. The goal kick. Well, center may be down by a goal, 4-3, but no time to let up. Looks like they're pushing the pace a little bit. Mansour Balde dribbling through 2 or 3 players, looking to cross the ball, just can't quite get a boot on it. And the referee's going to say that he touched it last for an Oak Grove free kick. Maybe it rolled over the end line. So the clock says there's about 10 minutes left in the game. Center by no means out of this. It's Balde trying to play the ball out to the right wing. Looks like David's trying to chase it down. The keeper takes it away and gives it a boot down the field. And number 6 chases it down. Troy Taylor throws it to his center back, who throws it in. Again, David dribbling the ball through the middle. Tries to get it to the outside to Sam Atkins. Errant pass. Lasan Kamara playing it back up. Oak Grove now slowing the game down a bit, passing it around. San Kamara kicks it out. San Kamara kind of limping a bit after that last play. Throwing it in number 14 for the Panthers. Matthew Gorsline, midfielder. San Kamara heads the ball out. That's where Balde manages to clear it mainly to the midfield. Wow, there was some tough defense there. Referee blows the whistle, and it's going to come back for a center free kick. Nope. It's the referee. It's called the foul on the Yellowjackets.
That's a hard call too, because whenever both jump up and they both fall on the ground, it's hard to decide who truly made the foul.
Looked to me like number 11 jumped straight up and came down pretty solidly.
Yeah.
So I don't think, well, he's going to give it a big kick, and it rolls into the box. Brandon Keene scoops it up, gives it about a 50-some yard kick, trying to find one of his 3 forwards. Play it out to the midfield. Now center's passing the ball. Mansour Balde dribbling it through the middle. Passing with your outside of the right foot. Sam Atkins running onto the ball. Reese Damiano aggressively coming up to get the ball. And there may have been a whistle on the play. I believe the referee is going to give the Oak Grove Panthers a free kick in this spot. Nope. Good job, Reese Damiano. Got there evidently before the, well, just as I say one thing, looks like the Panthers are going to take the free kick.
Yeah, that does appear to be a free kick by number 11.
Kicked over the top of multiple players in the midfield. Now the Panthers are coming back the other way with about 6 minutes remaining. Referee's going to say that the Yellowjacket handled the ball, bounced up off the turf into his hand. That's a tough spot. Another dangerous free kick from a dangerous spot. Going to kick it towards goal. Well, kicked it over the top of the soccer goal and through the uprights.
Would have been a good kick for football.
Give him 3 points.
Masters center number 30, Emerson Vasquez.
Talking about who should take this perhaps, or where they should kick it. Hassan Kamara. Solid kick. Looks like it was headed by a Panther though and brought back the other way. Played into the top of the box. They're always looking to shoot, those Panthers. It was a shot. It would have rolled in on the lower right corner as Mr. Keynes looked at it, but he managed to sprawl and push it aside. Kind of a tricky ball. Could be that Brandon didn't see that one. There were a couple players blocking his vision on that. Keepers never like having people in their way, blocking their view of a shot. It looks like David is trying to take on the midfielder. Was unsuccessful in beating him, so he passed it back to one of his players. And we're coming back with the Panthers. Top of the box, number 7, looking to put it onto his left foot. Pushed off the ball by the center defender. Played out by the Yellowjackets. Another Panther corner kick. So Grant, what do you think?
Well, I think the game, they've got 4 minutes left, and it's not unseen for the Yellowjackets to come back. Oak Grove's definitely came on pretty strong. I don't think it's anybody's game right now.
Brandon Keynes sprawls out, hugs the ball, gives a big kick down the field. Well, look who's back out there, Emilson Vasquez. Giving heart to all the center fans and coach and player. Good seeing him up and healthy. Ball pulled back by number 1. Passed off to Mansour Balde. And now back up to Emilson Vasquez. Plays the ball with his left foot. Looks like Sam Atkins almost had enough room to run onto it. Not so fast, says the Panther keeper. Again, David running back to collect the ball.
I believe they called a foul on that.
Interesting to see which way the ball goes. Great work by David. His body language, it looks like the Yellowjackets are going to maintain possession here. The referee calls timeout. There might be an injury on the field. Well, that was good. Really impressed by David's ability to weather both fouls and fouls called on him. He seems to be fairly level-headed.
Definitely.
To play with passion and yet be level-headed is an important aspect of soccer success.
He always has his head in the game. Doesn't focus on much else except for that ball and where it's going.
Speaking of that, he's got to pick out a place here. Probably a little bit too far to try a shot. We've seen him do this from 20, 25 yards out. He's going to place it up into the middle, and it might have been a shot. He might have been trying to place it above the keeper's head, but not this time. So with about 3 minutes left, Panthers play it into the midfield, back to their defense. Just trying to possess the ball, take a little bit of time off the clock. Yellowjackets are the one that need to be pushing the game. Not a ton of time left. Looks like a center player had the ball, went down, but no penalty. Nielsen backheels it to number 1, takes a shot, bounces off the Panthers player. Panthers defender kicks it out. Center scrapping for the ball. Reese Damiano plays it back with his left foot. Played out by the Panthers, and center's going to try a quick throw in here. With about 2 minutes remaining, James Raper throws it to the boot of a Panther, but it stays in for the Yellowjackets. Working the ball up the field, the center defender on the right. Trying to find Emilson Vasquez. Eventually it will. Center throw in. 16, throwing it into Tyler Hopkins. Takes a swing, bounces off the Panther player. Center throws it in with about a minute and a half left. Emilson Vasquez trying to set up his left foot. He takes a shot, not enough power on it. The Panther keeper falls to the ground, hugging the ball, taking a good 15-20 seconds off the clock. Here's his left-footed kick. Going to make it to the midfield. Center bringing it back down. Mansour Balde with some skill, dribbling it past one defender, but not the second. And it looks like he's going to get the throw in. Throws it to Emilson. Plays it too far out in front of himself. The Panthers now are coming the other direction. Number 10. It's number 10 in the keeper. He's got someone open in the middle. Dribbles it in. Slide tackle by Kamara. Beautiful tackle. But it will be a Panther goal kick. Hassan Kamara with the slide tackle. Kind of a risky proposition, that part of the field, but he got all ball.
Especially with the time that's left.
Yeah. So the Panthers are content to sit on the ball here. They might play it back into the middle for a shot. Just wide. Center's got about 20 seconds left. Hassan Kamara setting the ball up. Kicks it about 50 yards to the head of a Panther player. The referee blows his whistle, points to the center circle, and the game has ended. Oak Grove Panthers 4, Center Yellowjackets 3.
Pretty good game. Both teams played pretty hard.
It went down to the wire. Went down to the wire. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us in tonight's telecast. The Yellowjacket Center boys team playing against the Oak Grove Panthers. We look forward to you next game. Good night, everybody.
Welcome to each of you, the Center High School graduating class of 2021.
Yeah, this is really cool. We're right here in the backyard of our school district, and it's just really cool to see all the blue and yellow here and all the staff supporting them.
Absolutely phenomenal. We're going to make it a memorable one tonight.
This is what it's all about. It's a culmination of a career and education for many of our students. It's a proud moment for us as Yellowjackets.
I am extremely proud of the class of 2021. The Yellowjackets have survived a year like none other.
This whole year was it was a lot to take in, so it's really special that we're out here in Starlight and able to do this.
Our students have done a phenomenal job.
We have had kids on virtual, we've had them on hybrid, we've had them full in person, we've had to move back and forth between these two, and all along the way, the students have just been really flexible, and not only am I proud of them for graduating, but graduating under these circumstances deserves an extra round of applause for them.
To be center strong, that takes on a whole new meaning when you add the pandemic into it. This last year's probably felt like 2 years.
It was very difficult.
We all been through highs and lows, and it's been a pretty difficult year. But right now, this is our moment. And I know our parents and family members are proud.
This is a class like no other because of what we lost, but also because of what we gained.
I'm super proud of us. If they can get through this, they can get through, you know, whatever else is coming.
I don't think I met anybody who fully gave up.
Our village is strong.
Our teachers really, really care about us. That's one of the best parts about Center.
Center is just a place where we get our stuff done and we're a good family.
It's a family, it's a big, huge family. I'm gonna miss it really much. Congratulations, class of 2021. Go Yellowjackets!
I think I'm dreaming right now. I never knew this was gonna be my new school.
It's amazing. When we got to bring the students over and tour the building, they were so elated, so excited.
This is amazing. Look how big it is. I didn't even know what to say. The building is so big and we have a lot of space around here. We get to have fun with our friends. Whoa, it looks like a whole museum. This is so cool.
There's TVs, like there's one over there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 TVs in this room. I think it's awesome and it's really big and there's so many classrooms and I just love the whole school. I think it's awesome. It had more space than the old school. If the teachers don't have something and the other classroom do, you can just open the doors and ask for it.
My heart is just full because they demonstrated such gratitude in how they were taking everything in. This is for us. Yes, this is for you. When we were going through the design process, we wanted it to be more collaborative, more open. We've outgrown, our current space. The particular setup has a purpose for instruction and the learning experience.
Why is this place so cool?
3rd and 4th and 5th are upstairs, and next year I'm going to be in 3rd. And there's lockers and an outdoor classroom.
There's a dryer! When you look up top, it looks like a beehive.
The blue design is beautiful.
We are gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna learn a lot.
It's just exciting. Our students are gonna do great work here from years to come.
Thank you, Center Community, for giving us this beautiful space. We love our new building.
We can't wait to learn here.
Indian Creek Bulldogs forever!
This video message is for all of our Center School District students. I want to officially welcome you to our 2021-22 school year. For those new to our district, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Yolanda Cargile,